Welcome back to the channel, fam. Welcome back to the channel. This is Brian, the introverted marketer. And it ain't hard to tell. It's simple. Now, listen, family. You see, I'm going to be doing a lot of update videos. I'm definitely going to be dropping some new videos and some new products and new tools that I'm going to be covering. You've seen I might have did videos on Open Beat, Sampler, things like that, DistroKid. But we tapping back in with eBookWriter. It's one of my preferred tools. Shout out Chris Darrenberger. I believe that's how you pronounce the gentleman's name. This tool has been going strong for quite some time, and I still recommend it. And January 14th, today's Friday, January 16th. This is about my 5th video I'm doing in a day to push out for y'all. And you can see right here, they did a big update, and you know I had to tap in with them to let you know what's going on with it. Of course, we're going to test it out and see what they improve. And you know, if you want to check out eBookWriter for yourself, there's going to be links in the description in the pinned comment below. And there'll be links to the actual playlist on eBookWriter if you want to actually figure out what it is and learn about it and what it actually could do for you. So let's check it out, what they're talking about right here. So major performance upgrade, faster and smoother ebook creation. What's improved? Faster ebook processing, smoother experience, less stuck issues, better handling of multiple tasks, improved readability, and it's built for growth. Says the upgrade provides the platform for support to support more users, bigger ebooks, yada, yada, yada. That's cool. And, you know, the last update they did was December 21st when they introduced GPT Image 1.5 and Gemini 3 Pro Flash Image. You know, that's that Nano Banana Pro because we gets busy with that. Feel me? So we're going to go ahead and create an ebook. We'll test it out and see what it's really hitting on. So stand by, family. All right, family. So, you know, I'm tapped all the way in with eBookWriter. So I got options to everything, whether it's the instant ebook, the short report, the document to ebook, the kid storybook, the URL to ebook, and the video to ebook. You know, YouTube videos, URL to ebooks, whatever it is. You know, I'm tapped all the way in with eBookWriter. I've been invested since day one. And you know, I got the OpenAI API key locked in. They recommend GPT-5 Mini, but you know, for that writing, I asked them to input Claude Sonnet and Claude Haiku 4.5, and they got both of them joints. So you know I'm finna tap in with Claude Sonnet 4.5 because I just enjoy their creative writing. And you know, it's gonna cost a little bit. We use an open router to do the thing, so we can use 20 to 40 pages. And really, we're gonna generate an instant ebook, and we're gonna see what it is. I just gotta come up with the actual title and the context and things like that. So just give me a second, family. I'm gonna do a little bit of research. You see, we got a maximum 1,000 words, but really, I think it's like 1,000 characters. It says 5 to 10 sentences. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on what's a viable, you know, thing to do an ebook on. Using abacus.ai, and then we'll do the instant ebook, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned, family. So you know, family, we back. I had to tap in with abacus.ai. If you didn't know, I might have covered it briefly. It's my #1 tool besides Gemini for deep research. And the topic, YouTube affiliate marketing implementation. That's what we're doing. Title, YouTube affiliate marketing, a practical guide to product reviews, yada, yada, yada. We got all the context right here. We're going to let Claude do what it do. And we use a 4.5 Sonnet to do what it need to do. We got the topic here. We got the context here. We including images because, yes, sir, we're using that Nano Banana. We could use Nano Banana V1 or we could use Nano Banana V2. And you already know with eBookWriter, I got my OpenAI API key. Pardon the dog, you know, pardon the dog, family. Whenever the dog get a little bit excitable, it starts barking. So I apologize if you hear the dog in the background. That's my bad. But the dog gonna do what it's doing. Now we back to this video. So we can tap in with 1.5. because I got the OpenAI API key, and I also got the link with Google API key, banana. But you know what? We're gonna slide in with 1.5. In my opinion, Nano Banana Pro is A1, but we'll see what 1.5 is doing with it. I have access to it because I've been tapped in with OpenAI for a little minute. And for the preferred image style, we're gonna use illustration over cartoon and photorealistic. And for affiliate link, we don't need to do that because really we just demonstrating the capabilities since they have all these improved updates. We want to see how fast it's moving, how long it's taking, and all that. But if we did want to use affiliate link, I don't even got it saved. This ain't about that because there's be videos in the description if you want to see the affiliate link. We're using Claude Sonnet 4.5, and we unlimited, so the 470 credits don't even matter, family, because we unlimited. We tapped all the way in, and professional, we ain't even doing all that. We like conversational, casual. That's it, because we talking to the people. And informative, we can go with informative. Informative is cool. And you can see here, we got a bunch of options right here. We're going general, informative, general public informative, and conversational. And of course, with the languages, you get a whole bunch of different languages. And that's the great thing about eBookWriter. It can write in a variety of different languages. Whoever your target audience is, you can use eBookWriter to speak to them directly, however you want. So we're going to go ahead and hit next. You're going to keep everything plain and simple right here, family. And to generate the cover image by AI, you can also upload your cover image. And here's a new feature. You can have no cover image at all. Save your API. If you don't want Google, if you don't want OpenAI to charge you for no images, you can have no cover image and just do it yourself. Go somewhere else. You know me, I got Genspark. I got a few of them. If you want to generate your own cover image on your own. And of course, right here, cover image title. This is new. So you're going to head right back over into abacus.ai. You're going to copy this title. You're going to paste that in. Of course, you can preview the format, see how it's going to look. And that's looking beautiful. We're going to save and run that campaign. And you can see right here, it's doing what it need to do. And I want to remind you, family, eBookWriter is still, it says limited time promotion. It's been like that for a while. $17. It's $17, family. This is what gets you right here. 5,000 monthly credits. It's for when they're hitting their server. Each one of these, you got to use your OpenAI API key to get tapped in. And then if you want to use Nano Banana, you got to use your Google API key to get really tapped in to use that Nano Banana, right? You need that OpenAI. If you just want to use OpenAI, you need that Open Router. If you want to use Claude and things like that, I got OpenAI, I got Gemini, and I got Open Router because I believe options matter, family. Simple. You shouldn't limit yourself, in my opinion. But whatever's in your budget or whatever is within your plan, you should go with it. But in my opinion, you don't limit yourself. If they give you more options, use every option you have available if it makes sense for you and your business. I'm tapped in on that agency plan. It only costs $97. It's a one-time fee, unlimited monthly credits, unlimited books, and of course, you can export it as PDF, EPUB, DocX, and text file, whatever you're trying to do with it. I'm a big fan of lifetime deals. I'm not afraid of subscription at all. I just believe they need to make sense for you and your business and whatever it is they're trying to accomplish, whether it's professionally, commercially, or personally. If you don't need a subscription, then don't do it. And eBookWriter, along with API keys, it just makes sense for me. No subscriptions, so it's not necessary. I understand for certain businesses it's not viable, but personally for me, if I don't need a sub, I'm not doing a sub, and I got a bunch of subs. So I'm not trying to add any more if I don't need it. So they're saying they made significant changes with eBookWriter. So we're going to see It's 1 minute ago. We can see that it's in progress. I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna actually put the Google stopwatch on, even though it's a little late, and we're gonna see how long it's gonna take for it to finish. So stand by, family. All right, family. So I gotta keep it transparent. So you see that it's still going, and we failed right here. And we're gonna go ahead and retry it and see what it could do. If anything, we'll change from open router if necessary. Matter of fact, see if you can edit. If you can edit the content. Now we got unauthorized access to this campaign. Okay, I understand. So what we want to try and do is we're gonna go ahead and retry it. If it doesn't work out, what we'll do is we'll change from open router to open AI and see if that changes anything. We'll go ahead and retry it because we have all the information inside of Abacus to do what we need to do if necessary. Sorry about that, family. I just want to give you a real legit update on what it's doing. And we testing out a specific feature, which is the instant ebook feature, which should be the easiest function, which is why I went with it. So we're going to go ahead and see what it's going to do. It says 17 minutes ago. I got the Google search stopwatch going, got it flowing, and we're going to just tap back in when it's finished, family. Simple. All right, family. So you can see it's been about 16 minutes. And we're going to pause that, and we can see that it failed once more. So what I'm actually do is we're going to clone this because I don't know if it's open router or open, or you could try open AI. So you can see here I'm in the clone, but it doesn't allow me to choose the actual model right here. So what I'm gonna actually do is we'll go ahead and replicate this. You can see it's in draft mode because I don't know if there's an issue with open router or if it's open or whatever it is, or if it's Claude. So we're not gonna fault eBookWriter because it definitely recommends open AI for everything, right? So we're gonna go right in here, and instead of using Claude Sonnet, we're gonna go ahead and go with the recommended, which is GPT-5 Mini. And with this, it's gonna tap my OpenAI API key, and everything else is pretty much gonna be the same as instant ebook. You got the context right here, right? Introverted marketer, GPT 1.5 for the imagery. And we can go ahead and continue. We're gonna save and start that ebook campaign. You can see right here in open router. It didn't really charge me nothing because it failed. This is what it charged before, and for the application, it's unknown. It doesn't really identify ebook writer. So it's asking what the title of the ebook is, and that's no problem. I might have overlooked that in my haste. So we're gonna go ahead and paste that right there. See, the topic is right there. We can go ahead and save and start the ebook campaign, because only thing we really did was we changed it from open router Claude 4.5 to OpenAI. So we can go ahead and reset that and let it do its thing. And then we get back with you if it completes. If not, we'll try something a little bit simpler or a different route to see how it's moving. Just letting you know, family, this automatically restarted on its own, but you can see the one that we did with OpenAI, it's at 71%. And if we go ahead and refresh it, see where it says at 86%. You can see we're about at 5 minutes and 50 seconds. So really recommending that when you're using eBookWriter, you definitely use the recommended settings, which is OpenAI. Not to say that you can't use Open Router, but it's hit or miss depending on whatever's going on with them. But the thing is with eBookWriter is that you can always edit your content, and regardless of what API you use to generate your ebook. I just really like to get it one shot, one kill. It's kind of like military talk right there. But sometimes it don't always work around. It don't work like that. Sometimes you gotta go in there and just do the manual edits. And now all of a sudden I'm doing now all of a sudden, let's go over here, family. We got open router. Because now all of a sudden it's working. So it might have just been an issue with 4.5, and now it's charging me, and it's gonna cost me about 10 cents right now. Claude Sonic, they go ahead and doing their thing. And you can see I'm already tapped in with OpenAI. We're gonna go ahead and refresh that. See what they doing over there. You can see right now we tapped in, and so far we spent about 20 cents so far doing what we need to do with eBookWriter. So there was some issues with Open Router, but Claude is catching back up and is doing what it need to do. And you can see right now we refreshing and we at 90%. It's pretty much done. Right now it's just image processing. I might not even pause the video to tap back in. And you can see it's at 71%. So what I will say is Open Router, it may or may not have issues. You may have to have some patience. You can see in this video I didn't really do too much editing, just a lot of pausing to let you know, hey, we're going with Open Router, doing all these things. And it was a couple times it failed, but if you really wanted Claude to go ahead and be doing that ebook for you for that first draft, then you may have to have a little patience. But you could see first time, first go with OpenAI, GPT-5 Mini is doing this thing. Image is processing, it's in progress. And also for this right here, I'm using GPT Image 1.5, not Nano Banana. So it's going to be tapping my OpenAI API twice. One for writing and twice for the imagery here. And you can see right here, we just refreshing to see what's going on with it. And you can see it's all unknown right here. This is from earlier, right? You can see about 4.5 cents, 4.7 cents. So writing with Claude is not cheap, but if you want better quality, and Claude has, in my opinion, some of the best creativity in terms of LLM outside of, maybe Grok, then you gotta pay to play when you're generating your ebooks. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, you should always go back and edit it just to make sure everything is good, make sure everything is factual. And we're doing everything for this example right here, instant ebook. So we're not actually uploading like factual data and doing things like that. So we're just using the information that we got from abacus.ai, and it did the research. But we didn't upload this research document because that wasn't what we're doing. We did this right here, and eBookWriter is just doing this thing. It should be finished right now, and we could go ahead and stop this timer. So we could say it took about less than 10 minutes to get our ebook done. You can see right here. If we go over to OpenAI, it's going to cost a little bit because we're doing images not for just one ebook, but for two ebooks. So it's going to have two ebooks. It's using GPT Image 1.5, but right now it's still saying about 15 cents. And today's January 16th, 2026, and it's Friday. So we're going to tap back in. You can see that it's done right here. We gave it the context, and you can see right here, it gave us 7 chapters. And we got our downloads. But you know me, family. And we got the EPUB and we got the PDF, but you already know with eBookWriter, you can share a flipbook, you can generate a docx file and generate a text file. And that's why I recommend eBookWriter, because it just gives you so many options. And then if you want to generate the audiobook, that's also going to tap your OpenAI API key. You could do everything right in eBookWriter. This is why I highly recommend eBookWriter, because it just gives you so many options in how to give your information, whether you want it in ebook format, whether you want it in flipbook format. PDF or flipbook, or if you want to give it in an audiobook, you could do all that in eBookWriter. So let's say we want to share that flipbook. We got the link right here. We allow public access. We'll copy that URL. We'll go over here. We'll paste that. First things first, we're going to make sure we submit that so it's saved. Then we'll hit enter. And it looks like we didn't get a cover image with GPT-5 or 1.5. And we'll just download the actual PDF to confirm. And yes, we didn't actually get any image here. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. Okay, so we didn't get a cover image there. So it might have been something that I overlooked or didn't do in the settings, but because some of these have images, and just want you to see that it did generate a 62-page document just based on the context right here. And it took about 9 minutes and 39 seconds just running off of GPT or OpenAI, GPT image 1.5, which I have access to, and GPT-5 mini. But also, sorry, I don't want to do that. We want to go back here. So now it failed. So OpenRouter has a little bit of an issue. So definitely recommend you try. Well, chapter 7 is the only issue, so you may need to just go ahead and try it again. And I think we will try it again because we don't got no downloads or anything. I do want to see what Claude was able to do with it, because for the most part it's finished. It's just that it wasn't able to generate chapter 7. So OpenRouter, specifically Claude, is just having a little bit of an issue right there. But we can see right here, we have our PDF right here, and we have our flipbook right here. That lovely page turning sound. So the thing about eBookWriter is that it gives you options, family. If they want text file, give them to them. If they want PDF, give it to them. If they want a flipbook, give it to them. If they want an audiobook, give it to them. And eBookWriter allows you to give your target audience, your customer, your client, or whomever it is that you're serving, whatever it is that you need, and you can get all that done on the platform. And you can get it done in under 10 minutes if you use the recommended settings, which is OpenAI. And you can see I use GPT 1.5 for the imagery. I didn't get a cover image, which was kind of odd. I believe I selected cover image and it just didn't work out. You can judge for yourself if you think the images are done well or not. But regardless of that, if we go back over to ebooks, family, and we go into this right here, it's nothing to go in and open the editor. That's another beautiful thing about eBookWriter. And you can go in here and edit whatever you want. You know, I got tools like Pismo, do what I need to do. Or if you're using one of these browsers, these smart browsers, I call them, they got ChatGPT, or if you're using Comet, or if you're using GenSpark, or if you're using whatever it is that you're using as a smart browser and you want to fact check or do any of that, you could do that in the browser and make sure that everything is just up to snuff for your ebook. But you see, we have everything here. And then you can see you can upload your own image, or if you want an AI image, anyway, you could just hit AI image. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever demonstrated that for you using it. So I think I'll demonstrate it for you here. So let's say we want AI image, and we could choose 1, 1.5 Nano Banana. Let's go ahead and tap Nano Banana Pro, and we can use the current content, or we can use a custom prompt. Let's go ahead and generate that. It's going to go ahead and hit my API key for Nano Banana and generate that. Okay, so it might have been just a little bit of an issue right there. So that's a little bit of a bug right there where I wanted it to tap Nano Banana and it didn't work out there, the Pro version. So let's go ahead and see if it'll work with the Nano Banana 1 version. And let's see if it'll work there. So it didn't work there either. Let's go ahead and try with 1.5 and see if it'll work right there. When certain things don't work, I'm not really bothered by it because I know it's just additional things. Because originally eBookWriter was designed with OpenAI in mind. It added things like Open Router. It added things like Nano Banana because people requested it and just to give people more options, more flexibility. But because I don't depend solely on eBookWriter, I have other tools where if I wanted to upload my custom images, it wouldn't be no problem. And you can see right here that with 1.5, right? And then we could go over here and see how much that actually cost me. We'll refresh that page and see how much it costs. And so far, I spent about 43 cents to do this ebook. And I just created this cover image right here. So you can just use the content here, or you can use your own custom prompt. And we want to make sure we save all changes so we don't lose our image. If we're happy with our image, how YouTube, well, affiliate marketing works, how YouTube affiliate marketing works. So I think that's good. And I think 1.5 is great. I don't think it's as good as Nano Banana, but is it a reasonable substitute? Absolutely. You can read all the text here. It's legible. You can understand it. And the image quality is very good in my opinion. It's just not Nano Banana, but it's very good in my opinion. And it's affordable. So if you didn't want to spend money on Nano Banana, GPT 1.5 images works out very well in my opinion. So you can see right there how you're able to just edit it and it works out just fine. We tapped in once more with Open Router to see if we can finish it. And it's really just because I personally like Claude and how they write. But the quality is always going to be subjective. It's dependent on how you like it. You may want to put your own personal touch and go in and modify it with eBookWriter. I think it's just fine. What I may do is if I'm going to sell this or something like that or give it away, all I will do is put it up in something like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok, or DeepSeek and just verify to make sure the information is correct because I didn't use any information that was like factually verified. I just used information based on what abacus.ai recommended and they did the deep research right here. So that's just the only caveat with that. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen right here. Overall, I'm satisfied with the quality in terms of the images, in terms of the content, with everything with OpenAI, with GPT-5 Mini and GPT 1.5 image. I do want to see what's going to happen with Open Router, how Claude's going to do. And then once that's done, I'm just going to wrap up the video here. But this whole ebook right here is done, is complete, is ready to go for OpenAI, GPT-5 Mini, and GPT-5 1.5 image. It did its thing. It got it done in under 10 minutes. And I think to write a whole ebook in under 10 minutes, where you don't have to do anything, the AI does a lot of it, and all you have to do is just overlook it, make sure it's factual, and then if you want to put it in your own tone of voice, then that's it. That's a beautiful thing. Let me see if it's gonna be done. So it's at 90%. We'll pause it and we'll tap back in, and then we'll see what's going on with the Claude version, Open Router. All right, family. So that didn't take long. You can see right here, it's at 100%. We'll tap back in with them. And you can see this is Open Router, Claude Sonnet 4.5. We just needed to actually add in another chapter, which what happens next. So that's pretty dope right there. And we can go over the downloads. And since it's generating the EPUB, or the EPUB is finished, go ahead and download that PDF and see what it did with it. But first and foremost, oh no, that's looking tough right there. So why did it generate a cover image right here, but it didn't generate a cover image for when I did everything with OpenAI? I don't understand. Let me tap back in right here and see what we're doing with it in terms of the total spend. OpenAI platform. How much did we spend between these two ebooks? So we spent 52 cents between the ebook writing and the images. That ain't bad. Then we're gonna tap back in, Open Router, and see just about what we spend today. So wow, we spent quite a little bit, right? Because you know Claude is not cheap. You took about 4 cents, 4 cents, almost 5 cents, 4 cents, almost 10 cents right here. So you want high quality writing, you're gonna have to pay the cost. And I ain't really mad at it. Right? So what about $1.78? Or $2.59? You see the Claude Sonnet right there? Or $2.39 for January 16, 2026. And it's Friday. I ain't mad at it. Let's go ahead and see what they actually did with it. So it took a little bit for Open Router to get it together. But damn, this shit wrote 83 pages. That's why. Wow. It wrote 83 pages. I only put for 20 pages. Claude just went in. And I'm liking the images. But if I knew it was going to write 83 pages, I definitely would have put more images. What I would do with something like this is just make sure that it's not too repetitive. Maybe just do some light editing, things like that. But I'm definitely liking the quality of GPT 1.5 on the image. Nano Banana and Nano Banana Pro was having a little bit of issue. But you know, with eBookWriter AI, it gives you options, and options is what matter. If it couldn't generate the images there by tapping your API, you could just go into Chat GPT, you could just go into Gemini and generate your own image and then upload it and then do it that way. And that's the beautiful thing about eBookWriter. With that editor, you could do whatever it is that you need to do. But I think I'm gonna end the video right here. So what is my overall thoughts on eBookWriter in this update? I think well, we tested it out doing the recommended settings with OpenAI and just adding the 1.5 image, and it took about 10 minutes. Open Router failed a couple times. It might have just been an issue going on with Open Router and their API. So really, it's just a matter of preference. One gave you 83 pages, right? And the other gave you 62 pages. So really, it's just a matter of preference, whichever AI you prefer to write your ebook for you. And this was the instant ebook. We didn't add anything. This is not video to ebook. So it was just a small little test, small little sample. I definitely recommend you pick up eBookWriter if you haven't. If you're interested, there'll be a link in the description below. And I think I'm actually going to host both of these ebooks. There'll be links in the description below so you can check out both of them. I'll put them in the Google Drive so you can download them and you can check out the quality for yourself. I'll label them: 1, the ChatGPT version, and 2, the Claude 4.5 version. So you can just go ahead and see which one that you would prefer if you're going to have an LLM write your ebook for you. There'll be links in the description below for all of those. I definitely recommend you pick up eBookWriter. It's still on a lifetime deal, family. Shout out Chris Darrenberger for keeping it on a lifetime deal. If this is something you're going to take seriously, whether you're going to do, what is it? I don't know if it's draft to publish, or it's one of those where you put them out there and it puts it on Google, puts it on Apple, puts them everywhere, or KDP. I know a lot of people do KDP, but on this channel, family, we're talking about options. Options matter. Don't limit yourself to just KDP with your ebooks. Put yourself everywhere, especially if you validated your niche with a tool like abacus.ai, or if you're using Gemini for deep research, or whatever you're using to validate your niche. Don't limit yourself to Amazon KDP, because if Amazon decides to stop your motion, then you're finished. But if you put your stuff out there and you're on Barnes and Noble and you're everywhere, then it don't matter what Amazon do. I don't believe in having loyalty to any tool and to any platform. I believe in doing what's best for you, your business, your personal life, and your family. So if it makes sense and it works for you, I 100% believe that you should take advantage of that while it is valid, and why it's valuable for you and your purpose. Simple. And with that being said, check out the prices right here. If you're interested in checking out eBookWriter, there'll be links in the description below and the pinned comment. There'll be links in the description and pinned comment below. If you want to check out these ebooks, check them out for yourself. They're going to be free. Instant ebooks that we just did using research, using abacus.ai. And I'm going to end the video right here. This is Brian, the Introverted Marketer, and it ain't hard to tell. It's simple. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video, family. Peace.